can we now get to the Sussexes? I've stayed off that subject for 45 minutes. I'm very proud of myself. Yes. Simple question. Is Meghan Markle's absence disrespectful to the King and to the people of this country?
I think it'd probably be rather a relief to the King and some of the people of this country. I mean, she has the perfect excuse. It's her son's birthday. I think it's very sad. I think the whole situation's very sad because they could have been very useful if they just hadn't leapt off and tried to make a lot of money out of being royal. He has to be here. I mean, their whole future depends on him being associated with the royal family. Without it, nothing. So I think it's very sad that there isn't any sort of kindness, gentleness, softness, empathy. Exactly. She hasn't gone to see her father, who's had several strokes. So I don't know. I mean, after all, that little boy could have had a very nice party here on Sunday with all his English relatives. But we're not there yet, are we?
We're not. She should be here, I think, because there might have been some crowds booing her, or she might have had a frosty welcome, but I don't think the British people would have abused her en masse.
No.
And I think people would have respected the fact that she came, she faced the music, held her head up high, and I think she's missed an opportunity.
But there's not much facing the music, is there?
Not her nature, perhaps.
No, not with her family, not with her family here. It's very sad.
Is it unsurprising to you, Tom, as the biographer of Meghan Markle, your latest bestseller is out now, is it surprising to you that she's not there?
Absolutely not. I never thought she would be here. I'm surprised.
She bottled it?
No, I think she doesn't care about Britain. I mean, she's used Britain. It's been a wonderful platform for this third-rate actress to become a global icon.
Yep.
And she always intended
I think you're very
to go
harsh
back.
on Suits. I enjoyed it, especially season 2.
I'm sure it was a good series. I'm sad for you that you thought it was so good.
I don't have a very exciting private life, but...
But I mean, the point is that her wedding guests showed that she never intended to stay. It was all California and Hollywood.
Many of whom she had never met.
Exactly, the Clooney's, the Oprah Winfrey, and all these went to her friends. So it's always part of the programme to go back to California. The question is whether she can sustain it there. So I'm not surprised that she didn't come. I'm a bit surprised that Harry came. I think there was a lot of arm twisting, a lot of negotiations, which one day will become apparent. But it wasn't inevitable that he'd come.
Well, Eve says that he should be.
He has to be here. He has to be next to the royals. Otherwise, the further and further away he gets from them, the less and less is their star quality. Their only interest to people of the world is that they're part of the royal family.
His absence would go down in history.
Well, it would go down.
And it would look very, very small and petty.
Well, you may be right, but they are small and petty. What he said about his father, what he said about Camilla, what he said about his brother is so outrageous. He's so disloyal, he's so dishonest.
I think
that I think it's unbelievable.
I mean, if you're Charles,
he's 35. When do you grow up?
You have inhabited the psychology and mentality of Charles in the writing of your book. If you are Charles, do you want do you want Harry there?
Well, I think he does want him there because I think he feels guilty about the way that Harry was abandoned to an extent after Diana's death as he pursued his other interests. And also he believes somehow that reconciliation is possible, but it's not possible, except, as Harry has said, unless they all come grovelling and apologise to me for being born and having not been treated properly and not getting a bigger bedroom, I'm not going to talk to them.
But that was very petty, wasn't it? And the fact is, this was a chance. If they'd missed this chance, you really are in the area of no going back.
Yeah, he's kept the door open, hasn't he?
He's kept the door slightly ajar.
Tom, you're about to get your train, right? The gloves are off. How long do you give that marriage? I don't mean the King and Camilla. I mean Harry and Meghan.
Well, I'm in the minority. I don't see any advantage for Meghan to break the marriage up. I mean, here, a 42-year-old mother of 2, no great career alone. What, other than an 80-year-old Getty or something who might fancy Meghan, I don't see that she is actually the bimbo-esque woman who appeals to the sort of American tycoons. So for the moment, I think that they need each other. And I think Harry is a dutiful husband. He won't cramp her style. I think in the end she does want to go into politics. She'll then drop the royal title. But there's all to play for her. She's a very, very clever woman. She has got her eyes fixed on a goal, and she's playing it pretty well at the moment.
Does she really want to be US president?
She probably does, but there are many other people who do too. So I don't think the job is
very keen on becoming governor of California, and she had many people there helping her. And in the end, she realised the revulsion politicians get is much more than she's had so far.
And there's no money in it.
I think she might try and get this TIG thing, this idea of being the new Gwyneth Paltrow, off the ground. If that works, they might stay together. If it doesn't, not sure.